talk about. We've got some nice, pleasant mornings coming up. We've also got little tropical stuff might be happening in the Gulf of Mexico before you know it. Rapides Hospital, we're looking north toward the Curtis Coleman Bridge. A nice day, good visibility. Saw some clouds mixing with sunshine for today. We are behind the front though, and dry air will kind of eat those clouds up. In fact, it's mostly sunny up toward Natchitoches now and 79 degrees. Fairly comfortable day. The bottom line in this forecast, 7-day forecast, is 2 pleasant mornings, Sunday morning and Monday morning, and that's thanks to the front. Gulf tropical risk, though, increasing. We'll have all the information you need here in just a bit. Radar, for the first time since August 28th, we are not seeing any rain in central Louisiana at this particular time or today. Now, we may have seen a few sprinkles to the south, but I'm not sure that that got into St. Landry, maybe southern part of St. Landry. But suffice it to say that this is kind of a radar that you haven't seen in a while, but it is going the other way as we head toward the middle of next week, though. All right, satellite and radar, we continue to see the tail end of this front coming into the Gulf of Mexico. The best thrust or push for the front is well to the north of us. The front is kind of lagging down in our area, but it is crawling southward. And of course, it is going to bring us those 2 nice mornings that I was talking about. This surface low in the Gulf, it was east of Corpus Christi yesterday, so it is dropping southward in response to this front coming in. And remember, that's what I said would happen. And there's another system that we'll look at in just a bit, which will make for a complex and interesting case in the Gulf of Mexico. Futurecast by Sunday morning, say mid-morning, Sunday school and church time. No issues. It'll be nice and pleasant. No rain expected on your way to church. Sunday evening for evening services, or you've got something to do. We've got a pretty good forecast there as well. Very nice and comfortable. Monday morning, we will see 7 o'clock. No issues there. It will be, I'd say, fallish cool that morning, as we'll be averaging probably in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. No rain for your morning commute. And for the remainder of the day, Monday, we'll start to see clouds increase from the south and from the southeast, and that will set the table for a wet rest of the week. All right, low temperatures tonight. I'm going to do this city by city. 69 is typical. And look at that record low, 50 in 2011. So we think tomorrow morning is going to be nice. Can you imagine how nice that was in 2011? Yeah, and I remember that. There was some strong heat before that. All right, we go 59 for Winfield. This is the kind of pattern as we'll see dry air come in out of the northeast. So the coolest readings tonight across the northern northeastern areas with about 59 to 60 common. Could be as low as 58 in those areas. Here in this part is along the I-49 corridor south of Natchitoches into portions of Grant, Rapides. Looks like Avoyelles Parish and Vernon Parish will be in the lower 60s, and farther to the south toward Beauregard, Allen, Evangeline, and St. Landry, looks like about 63, 64 will be the rule. Somebody could be as warm as 65 though, but again, that's below the typical of 69, and it's been a while since we've been that cool. All right, let's go to the tropical analysis. First of all, we'll start in the Gulf of Mexico, where we still see this disorganized system. There's still a surface low in this particular area, and there's another one which is going to form down in this particular area of the Gulf of Mexico. And again, this northern one is sinking southward. This one is drifting northward. So there will be an interaction, as I was indicating in some of my Facebook posts and in earlier streams, that in this part of the Gulf of Mexico, these two will interact. And usually what happens is the weaker low will rotate around the stronger low, and eventually will consolidate, I think, into maybe one system down there. And that is where our tropical risk is coming from. In fact, the National Hurricane Center now has a 70% risk up in this particular area of development for a tropical depression, at least a tropical depression. Tropical cyclone is a term that includes depression, storm, and hurricane, of course, but we're not expecting hurricane development in this particular area. So it is for a tropical depression or tropical storm, will be my guess. All right, tropical models. We're not running many models on this just yet. That system was just designated earlier today, and so we have these. But I can tell you that I have looked at other models that not on this we have the operational models, the GFS, the European, and the Canadian model, are following a path similar to this one. Now, the ICON model, which is a German model, and did the best job with Beryl, and it is further to the southeast and attracts something like this, but that's not a big difference. So suffice it to say that the evidence we have right now, and this is why I say the tropical risk is increasing, that models are now on board and indicating that, yeah, we may see something develop into that part of the world. All right, satellite imagery back into the tropical Atlantic. We see kind of an expansion, increase of clouds there. We have two systems that are being watched, a 40% here and a 20% over farther to the east. So we'll keep our eyes on that. But for now, Nick and I are going to be focusing on the Gulf of Mexico, which is where the biggest risk is going to be. For your Sunday, 62 low, 83 high, and we follow a nice day Monday. I did have to throw in 10% for our southern parishes. In the PM hours, we get that glorious start there at 59. Some ratings to be as cool as the middle 50s, I think, with that. And then comes the rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. All that is due to some tropical influence. Tuesday first, probably a surge of moisture ahead of anything that we have in the Gulf. And this, again, is going to range, this what I call the tropical influence, ranges from just deep tropical moisture to a tropical cyclone coming nearby or close enough to bring us some locally heavy rainfall. And that occurs into Wednesday, Thursday. The system kind of be departing. Friday and Saturday, we see improvement, and we will see temperatures beginning to warm up. 88 Saturday, unfortunately, somebody's going to hit 90 that day. And of course, the rain chances will come down as the tropical influence ends by then. So that's the 7-day forecast as it stands right now. It's too early to get too specific and say, okay, well, how much wind will we have? How much rain will we have? And that type of thing. So I'd like another day to kind of outline get a better idea of the track intensity and exactly what we'll be dealing with for that kind of detail. But again, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, some tropical influence from the Gulf of Mexico. Nick Mikulas, I think, is going to update you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be around tomorrow evening or not. I might do a short stream or something focusing on the tropical stuff. Depends on what Nick does and what we decide to do with that. But you'll see plenty of us as we head into the early and middle part of next week, I bet. All right, thanks for listening and have a good Saturday evening.